Prashant, Dan, and other directors and management committee members, management team members, and dear Kagool family. First of all, congratulations and thank you very much for inviting me to be part of most memorable day of Kagool in Hyderabad. So thank you very much, Kalyan. I was introduced a couple of times as Adar. My name is Kishore Bhora. I'm father of two boys, husband to a superwoman, a lecturer turned software engineer, now working as managing director of an IT company called Energy Tech Global. And I also happens to be currently serving Hyderabad Software Association as its managing committee member. But I take pride when people call me as an Adar. Because I've got a lot of similarities between, there are a lot of similarities between myself and Kalyan. So we both are out and out techies, right? And we were forced entrepreneurs. And I don't know how many of you know, some of you have happened to work from your ECL office, you know what is Energy Tech Global, where is Energy Tech Global exists. So we both started our journey. As I said, I'm an out and out techie, and then I happened to partner with my ex-boss, and I started Energy Tech Global way back in 2015. I think Kalyan also shares the similar story. He partnered with his friend Prashant and Dan and Kagool family, and then he forced himself to be a managing director and only employee at India. And look at where you are, and the kind of growth that he has achieved the last 4 years is quite phenomenal. So I would like to congratulate Kalyan once again and all those people who are supporting him in this journey. When I say there are certain similarities between both of us, we both have started our journey from NSSC Business Park ECIL, and we both had, since, as I said, we are techies forced into setting up foreign subsidiaries in India and start hiring people, recruiting people, and learning leadership skills. And that's where I started forcing myself to learn leadership, and that's where I ended up, 7 years down the line, ended up writing 2 leadership books called Don't Coast and Get Leaderized. And we both had our fair share of hiring challenges too. Jayesh, I would like to bring this to your attention. A year ago, I started our satellite office in Madhavpur. And now Kalyan is also moving from East City to West Side, and then he's starting another office here. And it's a fact that unless you belong to the big leagues of Infosys, Genpact, or big brands there are still some hiring challenges to attract the great talent, though we pay well above the industry standards. And as a result, now we are left with no other option than setting our foot on this part of the city as well. I don't know about Kalyan, that was my reason. I'm sure he would have had a couple of other compelling reasons to be able to expand himself to this part of the city. But I'm glad, sir, with the government grid policy and the intentions that you and the government is putting to expand IT into different parts of the city. And I'm sure if there are any dividends, which are already we started seeing some of the dividends, and we will be companies like Kagool, though they have opened an office here, they still have their operations on that side of the city. And I would want myself, people like me and Kalyan, to be the biggest beneficiaries of the government initiatives which is coming through the grid policy in the years to come. I also would like to take a minute to say a few words about the chief guest and special guest here. When I started Energy Tech Global as the first employee and the managing director like Kalyan, I have no network. I do not know many people. I just got relocated from a different part of the world and then started working here. And then when 2 years down the line, when we expanded our office, and I wanted to have someone to come and inaugurate our offices, and I did not know Jayesh Garu though. I only saw him in newspapers, TV channels, or saw him talking in few seminars. So I just took a leap of faith and I wrote an email to Jayesh Garu saying, this is who we are and what we do, and this is where we are currently, and it would be quite helpful for us if you can take some time out and come and inaugurate our office. And we are nobody that point of time, with about 30 people or so. And I told him that it will be a growth, inspirational, organizational story for us if a person like you can come and come and inaugurate our office. I just wrote an email, that's all. And to cut the long story short, I was so stoked to receive a reply from Mr. Jayesh Garu in next 2 hours. And then he gave me a few dates, and he not only came and inaugurated our office, but also took time to explain me the kind of benefits that a company like Energy Tech can get from government in terms of rental subsidy, in terms of power subsidy, and lots of other things. He also connected me with the right people in his office as well. And the reason why I'm saying this is, the point that I'm trying to make here is, I know everyone knows Jayesh Garu, the kind of impact that he had on the Hyderabad IT industry. He not only stands tall with big companies like Google or Microsoft or Amazon's, he also give equal importance to companies like Kagool, companies like Energy Tech Global, especially the small and medium scale industry, medium scale companies. So thank you very much, sir. It means a lot. And one thing, if you and I can learn from Mr. Jayesh Garu is his passion towards his work. Is always available, right? And when passion and skill work together, you can expect a masterpiece like Mr. Jayesh, sir. He is highly knowledgeable, very talented. I don't need to give any certification to him. The entire industry knows that the way he works with industry bodies. I read a long time ago, who you are is who you attract, right? And the kind of personality that he has got, no wonder why he could attract a lot of investment, a lot of companies from different parts of the world, and to make Hyderabad IT as a flourishing, thriving IT destination for people across the world. And right now we heard what Dan said, and the kind of expansion plans that he was talking about. So thank you very much, sir. You made lives a lot easier for a lot of people like us, and helped us to create excellent careers and have an impact on our families indirectly as well. So that's one thing I would genuinely request you, if there is anything that you would want to learn from Jayesh sir, is his passion towards his work, the kind of passion that he puts in, and his availability, right? Yeah, so just I'll take one more minute and talk about Barney Garu as well. As you know, Barney Garu is Hyderabad Enterprise Association president, and the kind of impact he had on city through the Cyber Security Council and HYCIA is quite phenomenal. And I look at him as my mentor, and especially during the COVID phase, he exhibited servant leadership qualities. So for me, a leader is someone. Leadership is always about influence, nothing more, nothing less. And the kind of impact that he had, the kind of value that he added along with the government during the COVID phase, day in, day out, by rallying people, by rallying organization towards the greater cause, is quite phenomenal. Thank you very much, Barney Garu, for who you are and what you do on a daily basis. And once again, I would want to wish Mr. Kalyan. I know the kind of person that he is, and we share a lot with each other because we are neighbors. And then we exchange good practices and the things that have worked very well for us. And I know his leadership skills as well. And I wish Prashant, Kalyan, Dan, and the entire management team and each one of you to have a successful career. And I would hope and wish that Kagool would expand in both parts of the city in a very, very thriving manner in the years to come. Thank you very much for this opportunity.